Happy Diwali, sir.
Happy Diwali.
Yeah.
You've woken me up very early for the podcast.
Absolutely. So it's 8:30 right now, right? Approx 8:30. And plus because now it's 5.5 hours and not 4.5 hours, right?
1 hour.
ये
Do you
बात
know
समझ
the
में?
reason for this? इसका एक टर्म फ्रेज है.
क्या?
मुझे कल कोई बोल रहा था कि इसका एक फ्रेज है, इसका 1 घंटे का जो इंक्रीज होता है ना, इसका एक फ्रेज इसको
अच्छा.
याद नहीं आ रहा, छोड़.
बट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. ये सबको समझने में पता है टाइम लग जाता है आधे लोगों को.
अरे 31 अक्टूबर को हुआ ना.
हाँ.
ठीक है, मैं ना 30 अक्टूबर को बैठा हुआ था कि कब देखूं कि कैसे 1 घंटा इंक्रीज होता है रात में. सो क्या.
अच्छा. गजब है भाई. बट वेरी सैड मोमेंट फॉर आयुष, क्योंकि अब वो अपने आईपैड में रिकॉर्ड नहीं कर रहा है, तो अब वो आप लोग को हाई और थम्स अप नहीं कर पाएगा. तो very sad for him. But today we're going to do something we did before when we had our first physical podcast, and many people like that.
We had said we'll do it often, which is good.
Which is good. And we like that concept, we like that idea, and a lot of you all
and
also
we are in a hurry today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically we're gonna pick chits, random topics. Take I have around 10 chits with me, but time की वजह से around 4-5 ही करने को मिलेगा. So we'll get a random topic, and then we'll speak on that. Random, पूरा impromptu रहेगा. Raw emotion, raw thoughts, everything. And funny thing is, आयुष को कोई भी टॉपिक नहीं पता है. मेरे को पता है सारे टॉपिक्स, लेकिन मेरे को ये नहीं पता कि क्या आएगा. बट आयुष को कुछ नहीं पता है. So it'll be really.
तो टाइम नहीं है सब चीजों का.
हाँ, इतना. Anyways, let's start with the first chit. ठीक है. दिखा देता हूँ ऐसे चिट्स हैं.
चिट्स ना एडिट में डाल भी देना, मतलब.
हाँ, वो तो डाल दूंगा. ऐसे चिट्स हैं. Let's pick the first one. Oh my god.
क्या हो गया?
ये उल्टा है. ये उल्टा रहेगा, मिरर्ड रहेगा, बट आई थिंक तेरे को समझ में आ जाना चाहिए.
आर्यन खान.
हाँ man. How can the god bless us?
देखो, you have to be very careful about talking this.
True.
मुझे exact details.
First of all, there's a reason we were really keen to do a special podcast on this, but this is a very risky territory. So
नहीं, risky से
like territory है bro.
Risky.
I don't want to.
है, and it's something which I don't think everybody has information about. Aryan Khan. But what I can talk about is, I don't know about the details about why he got arrested और उसने क्या किया. बट ऐसे बहुत conspiracy theories भी आ रहे कि उसको ये जेल में ये किया वो किया. बट यार theories अलग साइड से भी आए. Even the NCB has had theories against themselves, मतलब, which says they were involved in shady stuff. But what I do not like is, okay, obviously don't do drugs, yaar. Don't do drugs. But the way he was treated, I somehow feel it was a bit over the top. I mean, he bore the brunt of his father's stardom. People took advantage of that. It was and उसके लिए उसका जो दोस्त था ना, क्या नाम, मर्चेंट नाम था उसका, समीर मर्चेंट. वो भी, मैं आर्यन को डिफेंड नहीं कर रहा कुछ. But I think for the crime that he supposedly committed, मतलब वो एक वीक में मिल जाता है बेल, ऐसा कुछ. वो उसको 3-4 वीक उसको रेडा पड़ा. So मैं तो इसको, but don't glorify all this also.
Definitely.
Or another lesson from this is, do not have any party group chats on your phone, and don't have a blast.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, so that's why Ayush, both of us, we are part of many group chats, and we are all usually conscious, like group chats with our cricket friends, right? And we're very conscious what you write in that, right?
But no, we are not conscious.
No, we're conscious, bro. I'm always conscious about what I write, because online world is crazy. But what is my stance on this? Okay. Personally, I feel I absolutely agree with you. I mean, crime is a crime. Okay. If it is not legal, then punishable hai, right? That if that's clear. what is wrong. The way it has been stretched, I think that is wrong. And more than how the organizations are behaving, उससे ज़्यादा I feel how the people are behaving वो ज़्यादा wrong है. जो public scrutiny है, bro, if you go on Twitter is hell right now. People are writing all sorts of things on him. Okay, and
if you look at everybody, and if you look at him, Shami also, if you look at, I don't know if that's a
please don't talk about that. We'll talk about that. Okay. So, well, like, yeah. So, for that, because I think personally, you know what my opinion on this is? I think people are, we in the recent past we have glorified actors, and we have put them on a pedestal. And when you see if someone is not using their privilege in the best possible way, because let us all agree on this fact that Aryan Khan is privileged, right? We can't deny that. But
as are we.
Yeah, everyone. Of course, definitely. And if a different person sees, us, Aryan Khan, anyone not using that privilege in the best possible way, they probably, they probably feel not jealousy. I don't think it's jealousy. कि हाँ यार, अगर मेरे को ऐसा privilege मिला होता तो I could have used it better. और मैं
तो वो jealousy नहीं हुआ. It is people are sitting there, and even and the sad part is that okay, you should not, if you're born into a privileged family, it's very, very fortunate thing.
Definitely.
But the thing is, even if you use your privilege properly, okay, at times people don't take you seriously. Which is very rarely do you like, I was serious, Alex Ferguson, right? Manchester United's his son, I forgot, Jane Ferguson or what. He also was a manager of Preston football club here.
Okay.
But you could never, even at performances, nobody even regarded him because they always compared him to Sir Alex.
I think that is what happened with Amitabh Bachchan. Right.
Yeah, you mean Abhishek Bachchan?
Yeah, exactly.
What happened with Abhishek Bachchan?
Abhishek Bachchan, yeah. Abhishek Bachchan is chota wala na.
He's the son.
Yes. Abhishek Bachchan. So Abhishek basically, yeah.
Guess which school he's from.
With school. Jamuna Bhai.
Okay, next topic.
Anyways, yeah. Adjusting in a new environment.
अच्छा, ये तो मुझे ही बोलना पड़ेगा.
ये directed है थोड़ा, हाँ.
अच्छा, adjusting in a new environment. उसमें क्या बोलूं मैं? ठीक है, होता है, part of life.
Bro, I think you can say that. I think you can say that because you have been through that phase a lot of times.
But it is not that easy. I'll tell you, for me also.
Achha.
Because one clause which you're not getting here is the last 3 times, as we have often discussed, that I have moved 3 cities. But one thing which we failed to take into account was all the 3 times I at least had my family with me.
Okay.
To help me. So her moving is absolutely on my own.
So what's the difference?
So massive difference, man. Obviously there, when I move in, my only source of concern is school and everything. Here my concern is my food, my this, my that. So there is a lot of difference in here.
Interesting.
So yeah, adjusting here. And I think one thing you need to, especially in a new country, one thing people need to remember is that give it time.
Okay.
Give it time. I won't say I also have adjusted fully, but give it time. That's, I think, the one.
I want to know, Ayush, how much culture plays a role in this? How much does culture plays a role in this? Because I think adjusting in different areas, different places, it's completely different. Because I think adjusting in a place like Mumbai, it's much easier because people are very social over here for some reason. I don't know. Is it? It might be. It might be the reason that I'm living in a bubble or something.
Culture to culture.
How is it different? Because see, you have traveled to a whole different country, right? I only shifted across cities. But now
You will also shift. You will also shift sometime.
we'll see. But I cannot, wait for the actual experience. I want to know what's happening. How is it? How a completely different culture, different, from any other culture in terms of social interactions and adjusting.
See, one thing which I noticed here, except okay, for me, chalo, I'll be very specific. In the UK, because of again, it's globalization, it's Netflix and everything and all that. Culture, the difference is reduced.
Okay.
So we watch the same shows on Netflix. We follow the same football clubs, right? That is there. The difference which is there is in the ways of living.
Okay.
I mean, what I see here is they are very, very independent. Very independent. Extremely independent. In their ways of living. I mean, most of them have been living alone many times. And many of their parents are also separated, which means they also have which toughens them up. Not in एक ये difference है majorly कि ये लोग उतने इनमें उतना मतलब home से ये सब वो सब
अच्छा
नहीं मतलब although ये इधर ही है ये जा ही सकते हैं every weekend नहीं जा सकते
हाँ true
उनमें उतना है नहीं
true but
in
what
India
about
जैसे
हाँ बोल continue
it's a very interdependent culture.
Right, and I think it's a norm ki after 18 you have to move out and occasionally come to your parents for dinners and all. And while even if you're 21 and you don't appear in the house like at least once a week, then you're dead. Right, so that's probably a difference.
I would say, I think, okay, one thing I've noticed here is that okay, you come to a different culture and everything, but you should always you adopt new values. Everything is important. But even in front of them, if in front of especially a new foreign culture, I'm not talking about India to India is different.
Yeah.
If you go to a new foreign culture, at least you should display some parts of your own root culture.
Yeah, of course. Because like the videos you showed, when you were carrying a pizza, that's your culture.
That also gives you respect.
Yeah.
And that is also important, I feel. Like, okay, I mean, okay, we can't, independence is good, right? But we can also say that, yeah, but I think in a way, the way we take care of our parents and everything, that's also commendable. I mean, you can't say one is bad, one is wrong. Maybe we are a bit too dependent.
True.
We're a bit too emotional, but that's what makes us unique.
True,
so
definitely.
We should never
100%.
get never lose that. So yeah, adopt it. But
that was in fact my follow-up question: how important it is, ki how if you're displaying your own culture over there or not. So that was my follow-up question. Good that
very
you answered.
important, very important, very important.
Next one. As I said, Shami Kohli hate. What's your take on this, sir?
देख कोहली का हेट तो बहुत ही गंदा था जो हुआ उसके पीटी के साथ. But I think कोहली का हेट, if I'm not wrong, ये क्या 2 बंदे का था.
हाँ.
अच्छा, तो I think शामी का भी यार देख, to be honest, शामी ने एक और बुरा तो किया था. And okay, हेट नहीं मिलना चाहिए शामी को बिल्कुल. But definitely. I also feel Shami doesn't deserve to be in the T20 team.
Justified.
मैं तो तुझे कब से बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
Definitely. But Ayush, personally, I am speaking not as a fan. Even Ayush knows कि I'm not very connected to the Indian cricket team. Like ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर जीत गए तो I'll dance every day, है ना? अगर हार गए तो मैं रोऊंगा पूरे दिन भर. ऐसा नहीं है, right? So I think the criticism is justified because let's be honest, Team India was not playing really well. At least they did not play well against New Zealand. Now you're speaking as an emotional fan. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
नहीं, emotional नहीं, logical.
ठीक है. Anyways, that's a different topic. But they didn't play well against Pakistan. Neither did they play well against New Zealand, right? Criticism करो कि बेकार टीम है, अच्छा नहीं खेल रही है, ठीक है. कुछ भी करो. मेरे को ये आर्ग्यूमेंट बहुत बुरा लगता है कि तुम अगर love the team even if they're losing, that's a very invalid argument.
No, that is not invalid.
I think that's invalid because if they're not doing well, हाँ उनको demotivate मत करो, but at least criticize करो. Of course, illogically नहीं, logically. That is very important. But yeah, if you're targeting a single person, even, and it is a team game first of all, right? And if you're targeting a single person, that too on a very ridiculous reason, ridiculous parameter, right? Which is religion in this case, in Shami's case, which is absolute bullshit.
I think we should not even the cricketers. If you saw what Waqar Yunus said,
yes, absolutely, yeah, that was very
weird, because we expect the cricketers, they have been groomed, they have been
and they're pretty educated at this point, yeah.
Educated, but I won't say educated, but they have knowledge about everything. And he's
True.
not a faltu ka cricketer, he's a big cricketer.
Right. Itna experience.
So yeah, bilkul.
This goes both ways.
Before that, before again, this is absolutely rubbish. But before that, on a fun part, you tell me, how do you think, what is India's World Cup qualification scenario now? Like right now when we are sitting. Okay, today only we are putting the video out.
Yeah, no, tomorrow.
And today, I think today's matches won't impact us. Today's matches.
I think isn't it New Zealand's match with Afghanistan?
No, tomorrow.
It's
that
tomorrow?
is on Sunday.
Okay. So, bro, see, to be honest, at this moment only a miracle can save us, because
miracle nahi yaar.
Think, bro, New Zealand is not a bad team, and Scotland.
Should I explain it to you?
हाँ, definitely.
Sharjah wicket, spinning pitch.
Rashid Khan, Mujib.
Afghanistan. They win. Namibia, Scotland, जो India का है ना. If Afghanistan win, India needs to win by an aggregate of 102 runs. मतलब एक को 50 में हराना है, 50 इसमें, एक को 40-50 में हराना है, तो नहीं कर सकती.
कर तो सकती है ब्रो, लेकिन अफगानिस्तान को न्यूजीलैंड को हराना still very far-fetched, to be honest, at this moment at least. क्योंकि न्यूजीलैंड है ब्रो.
अच्छा, तू नेक्स्ट टॉपिक जो है ना,
हाँ,
उसको 2 मिनट बात कर, मुझे वॉशरूम जा रहा है थोड़ा. 2 मिनट तू इंट्रो दे, मैं आता हूँ. और मैंने रोकने की कोशिश की.
बाय द वे ये डायरेक्ट उठ के डायरेक्ट बैठा है, तो मैंने उसे कॉल किया, भाई जल्दी आ, लिंक भेजा. तू जा रहा, तू पैंट में करेगा क्या?
नहीं जाता, तू बात कर.
भाग रहा है. तो बेसिकली जैसे ही उठा वैसे ही मैंने उसे कॉल किया, बोला जल्दी ब्रो जल्दी आ. एनीवेज, मैं चिट निकाल रहा हूँ, मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करूंगा टॉपिक, तब तक वो आएगा. बाय द वे, डू यू गाइस रिमेंबर, अगर मैंने वो काटा नहीं था लास्ट टाइम जब हमने चिट किया था, उस टाइम भी इसको बीच पॉडकास्ट में बाथरूम जाना था. सो दिस इज हैपनिंग अगेन. एनीवेज, real life versus online life. We'll introduce this topic to Ayush later when he comes, but very interesting topic. Personally, देखो, real life versus online life, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? See, real life, and on a personal note, I felt this the moment lockdown completely ended for me, right? Because initially when there was, a high surge, like around April, May, if I'm not wrong. No, actually, in fact, around August, the COVID cases were really high, right? So I was pretty much inside in lockdown, right? Ghar pe quarantine वगैरह, everything of that sort. But now, and everything was online, so I had absolutely zero social interactions, right? अब जब मैं बाहर निकल रहा हूँ finally after August, bro, I think 2 साल में I had developed a very weird perception of the real world, because I was just absorbing everything which was coming online. For example, I had this perception कि everyone's too political. ठीक है,
भाई पूरा फ्लैश आया हूं मैं.
क्या
पूरा फ्लैश बन के आया हूं मैं.
अच्छा, by the way, topic is real life versus online life, how things have changed after lockdown. ठीक है. So मैंने अभी तक क्या बोला, देख आयुष, on a personal level, 2 साल staying inside the online life ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि यू नो कि मैं बहुत अच्छे से मैंने लॉकडाउन बनाया है, ठीक है तो
ओ भाई तूने तो यार, तू तो मतलब, मैं अगर कॉन्टेक्स्ट दूं तो आई थिंक तेरा लॉकडाउन मतलब कब तक, आई थिंक ये साल तक चला था।
मेरा अगस्त में खत्म हुआ है, रियल सही बताऊं तो।
हाँ तो तू पूरा 1 ईयर, मतलब तू किसी से मिला नहीं था ना एक साल पूरा।
एक साल तो मिला ही नहीं था, एक साल तो मिला ही नहीं था, ऑफ कोर्स फैमिली से
हाँ
मिला था, कलकत्ता में जो फैमिली थी उनसे।
हाँ,
हाँ, उनसे मिला था।
मतलब तूने इससे इंटरेक्ट नहीं किया था दोस्तों
राइट।
वोस्तों के साथ आउटसाइड
सो
फैमिली।
ब्रो, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, मेरे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा
अगस्त कहाँ से हो गया कुछ भी, तू
अबे
मुझसे
सेकंड
मार्च से
वेव,
मिला था।
सेकंड वेव जब आया था, याद नहीं तेरे से मिलने के बाद सेकंड वेव
बट
स्टार्ट हुआ था। फिर तो और भी बड़ा खतरनाक लॉकडाउन हुआ, क्योंकि बहुत ही वो था, बहुत ही सेकंड वेव
हाँ
में बहुत
भाई,
डेथ्स हुए थे
आईपीएल
ब्रो।
आईपीएल का टाइम याद है।
हाँ ब्रो, दैट वाज क्रेजी।
ओ भाई।
सो
ओ,
मेरा मेरा एक पर्सनल रियलाइजेशन ये था आयुष, कि मैंने ना ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड को इतना अब्सॉर्ब कर लिया था कि मेरे को लग रहा था एवरीवन्स टू पॉलिटिकल, एवरीवन देख, ऑन ऑन दैट नोट आई विल से कि जो कैंसल कल्चर वीडियो था हमारा, इट वाज मोटिवेटेड ऑन दैट बेसिस कि हाँ एवरीवन्स टू पॉलिटिकल, लेट्स दैट बी अ स्लैम ऑन दैट, ऑन द फेस कि keep thing you know, take things lightly and all. But the moment I stepped outside, I personally feel that people are pretty chill. हो सकता है कि
हाँ
ये
अबे, ये ना तन्मय भट्ट ने बोला था एक बार। तो
क्या।
तन्मय भट्ट को याद है, तन्मय भट्ट तो तुझे पता है इसको बहुत बार बहुत हेट मिला हुआ है
हाँ
फॉर
हाँ हाँ
मेनी वेरी थिंग्स।
हाँ
तन्मय भट्ट बोल रहा था कि यार, इफ यू जस्ट ऑनलाइन, बट ये भी सही बात है कि तो अगर किसी से डिबेट कर रहा होगा ट्विटर पे
हम्म
या इंस्टाग्राम पे या स्नैपचैट पे, तो नहीं,
हम्म
सोशल मीडिया,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
और अगर तू उसको रियल लाइफ मिलेगा ना,
हाँ
वो बब्बू वो एनिमोसिटी होगी ही नहीं।
हाँ,
But just
वेरी
if you put the
इंटरेस्टिंग।
phone down,
हाँ
it's different. But हाँ, that doesn't mean you can, because देख, बहुत लोग क्या करते हैं ना, बहुत लोग they hide behind this,
ओके।
और उनको उनको ये चाहिए होता है सोशल मीडिया का। बट हाँ आई थिंक रियल लाइफ में डिफरेंट होता है। बट अगर तू रियल बस से ऑनलाइन बोल रहा है, मतलब लोग बोलते हैं कि ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड रियल वर्ल्ड नहीं हो सकता, बट बहुत लोगों के लिए ना पता है क्या होता है बेटा, रियलाइज
वो रियल
कि
वर्ल्ड
वो रियल
एक्चुअली
वर्ल्ड में
फेक होता
फेस
है,
अप।
वो उनके पास उतनी
हाँ
हिम्मत नहीं होती कि रियल वर्ल्ड में बोल सके,
हाँ
इसलिए
तो
ऑनलाइन में
ऑनलाइन में
दे गेट अ वॉइस। आई फील दैट, हाँ। अग्रीड ब्रो।
रियल।
सो ये मेरे लिए बहुत ही क्रेजी एक्सपीरियंस है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, क्योंकि मेरे को द मोमेंट आई स्टेप्ड आउटसाइड आई वाज लाइक, अरे अच्छा, मैं कुछ कुछ भी स्लाइटली डार्क अगर कुछ बोल रहा हूँ, यू नो, वी यूजुअली टॉक अबाउट डार्क स्टफ एंड ऑल बिफोर रिकॉर्डिंग
हाँ
दिस।
इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट बिकॉज,
उतना किसी को फर्क पड़
मतलब
नहीं रहा,
चल,
टू बी ऑनेस्ट।
हाँ हाँ है ना
हाँ,
इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट है, बिकॉज सोशल मीडिया पे तो क्या हो रहा है, सोशल इसका इसका साइकोलॉजी सोचना पड़ेगा, सोशल मीडिया साइकोलॉजी कुछ है क्या,
ऑफ कोर्स
समझना
होगा ब्रो।
पड़ेगा, मे भी हो ही सकता है।
हाँ।
आई थिंक इसका बात है कि जब तू सोशल मीडिया पे है,
हम्म।
ओ इसका बहुत अच्छा आ गया,
क्या।
इसका इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल किसका पता है क्या है,
बता।
मे बी थोड़ा सा जो कि मैं भी पढ़ रहा हूँ, इट इज प्राइवेट सेल्फ एंड पब्लिक सेल्फ।
ओके ओके
We have two selves,
ओके।
right? You
ठीक है।
like it, you dislike it. We have a private self. Private self is suited to fill our interpersonal needs.
हम्म
Okay. And public self is what we portray
हम्म।
in a group setting
टू
to
सोशलाइज।
uh, to socialize to social needs. तो
हम्म
क्या हो रहा है ना, सोशल मीडिया पे दोस्त तू कमेंट कर रहा है,
हम्म
ठीक है, तो बंदा अपना पब्लिक सेल्फ को बचाने के लिए उधर तुझे बैश कर रहा है।
हम्म
जब तू उससे वन ऑन वन मिल रहा है,
हम्म।
ठीक है, तब उतना फियरसली शायद से नहीं बोल रहा,
हाँ
क्योंकि
हाँ,
उस टाइम पे वो पूरे दुनिया को नहीं दिखा रहा,
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग,
है ना।
वेरी
तो
इंटरेस्टिंग।
ये भी बात है कि
हम्म
मतलब और वो भी डिपेंड करता है ना टोन पे, सब कुछ पे। तो सोशल मीडिया पे बातें कर रहे हो तो यू डोंट नो व्हाट द टोन टॉकिंग अबाउट, यू जो जानता है।
हम्म।
तो आई थिंक बहुत
हाँ,
इस पे
ये एक्चुअली बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, क्योंकि
वेरिएशंस है।
यूजुअली ट्विटर में देयर इज अ वर्ड लिमिट, यू हैव टू राइट
हम्म
एवरीथिंग विद इन दैट लिमिट, राइट? एंड यू डोंट नो कि
हम्म
तुम क्या बोल रहे हो, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, whenever whenever I say something dark, our type of comedy is dark, so whenever I say something like that, I usually add an emoji ताकि इंसान को समझ में आए कि हाँ, this is not serious.
हाँ
So that
सही
is
बात
that
है।
that is one example. So that's good, bro.
हम्म
That's good. हम्म।
लास्ट एक करते हैं।
ठीक है ठीक है। Originality. हाँ
इसका
देख, ओरिजिनलिटी ये बहुत ही जनरल टॉपिक हो गया टू बी ऑनेस्ट. आई वांट टू नो आयुष फ्रॉम यू की इज ओरिजिनलिटी अ मिथ? आर वी इन फैक्ट ओरिजिनल?
हाँ.
जस्टिफाई.
No, no,
अच्छा.
no. No, I think because I'm reading up also a lot these days.
हम्म.
Not a lot. I'm studying for my course.
हम्म. हम्म.
So what I'm figuring out is that literally speaking, कि original हम लोग बोलते तो है कि हम ओरिजिनल है, बाकी बाकी सब कुछ है, but the matter of fact is कि we all have a self image which we try to protect.
Right.
ठीक है.
Right.
इसको क्या होता है, we are all doing things for our
Hmm.
self esteem.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
If we have either, and it is all about validation.
Hmm.
There are two kinds of validation. एक होता है expressive validation.
Hmm.
Expressive validation होता है you express yourself for
Hmm.
what you are,
Hmm.
and then you find somebody to validate that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
एक होता है, दूसरे का नाम मैं भूल रहा हूँ, दूसरे का नाम होता है सेल्फ स्ट्रेटेजिक प्रमोशन.
अच्छा.
स्ट्रेटेजिक प्रमोशन क्या होता है कि यू फाइंड समबडी एंड देन यू एडजस्ट योरसेल्फ टू सूट देम एंड देन यू वैलिडेट.
अच्छा.
So in both the cases validation is there,
Hmm.
and whenever validation is there in a group setting, some kind of originality is lost.
Hmm.
Okay, some kind of originality is lost, and I think to be very fair, I'll take your opinion on this also, but people say that yeah, you always have to be real, you always have to be original, stay true to yourself, which is good. But do you think always it is needed? I don't think so. That at times you have to adopt some behaviors which is not
Bro,
comes
best
naturally
example.
originality.
No one is original. You know why? एक बच्चा जब बड़ा होता है वो किससे अब्जॉर्व कर रहा है बिहेवियर? अपने पेरेंट्स से. So basically that बच्चा is actually an image of the behavior of the parents, right? So and there's always a bigger daddy, right?
नहीं, जेनेटिक्स भी होता है, बट हाँ नर्चर भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है.
एग्जैक्टली. एंड ब्रो आई फील कि तुम जितना ही करने की कोशिश करो कि हाँ दिस इज ऑल ओरिजिनल टू मी, बट everything is influenced by something else, not directly from any person, but हाँ चल for example if I am interacting with you couple of other friends, ठीक है, so हाँ फिर उसका जो एक कॉम्बिनेशन है वो मेरे थ्रू निकल रहा है, राइट? ये नहीं, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि हाँ
ऐसे हम
डायरेक्टली
बोल
तेरे
सकते
से.
कि हम पॉडकास्ट से हाँ
हाँ बोल बोल बोल.
हम बोल सकते कि हम पॉडकास्ट के बारे में बातें करते हैं, मतलब दैट्स व्हाट वी आर, बट इसका मतलब थोड़ी है कि हम जब हमारे क्रिकेट ग्रुप से मिलेंगे इसके बारे में बातें करेंगे, नहीं.
हाँ.
तो इट इज, आई थिंक यू हैव टू हैव अ सेंस ऑफ हु यू आर, बट आई थिंक बेस्ड ऑन सेटिंग्स यू आल्सो हैव टू अडैप्ट. नहीं तो ना हम बहुत ओरिजिनलिटी के हम क्या करते हैं, हम ईगो के लिए कि यार मैं तो ओरिजिनल हूँ, उसके लिए भी चाहिए ओरिजिनलिटी. बट I don't think originality is good. I'm not saying not good, but at times it fails to solve the purpose.
And you know when someone is
being
trying too
original,
hard to be
so
original, when someone is trying too hard to be original, it is portrayed as gimmicky, to be honest. Kiki, if you see a musical artist, ठीक है, if that person is talking about music 24/7, then you'll possibly think कि हाँ ये बंदा fake कर रहा है. On a personal level, my friends are surprised कि I'm not talking about my podcast or philosophical things every time I talk to them. So that's what.
ऐसे I think ये होता होगा रणवीर अलाहाबादी के साथ भी होता होगा.
Possible. हाँ. Oh bro, Ranveer, why aren't you talking about spirituality? So, something like that.
क्या करे.
Interesting.
But now my original thing is my bus. I'm going somewhere, so my bus might go.
Go. All right.
Catch you guys and something. We are trying to do something interesting and get a hold of somebody. Let's hope.
Yes. And if that happens before someone else goes, goes and gives that out to you, I just hope. I can't say anything else, but I just hope. Understood? All right. Chalo. Bye.